this Real Housewife show is a franchise. It looks like it has a pattern whereby these housewives tend to be tacky. Maybe that's the signature of the Real Housewife. Otherwise, watching today's episode 11, I want to I just want to make sense out of it because I need to review. Meanwhile, before I continue this video, let me just give you a little apology here that the weather, I'm based in Port Harcourt and it's raining right now. So you guys will be hearing some kind of noise in the background. Just manage, we need to talk. Okay, so please watch to the end and you understand why I wonder why these ladies with this caliber, but at the end of the day, reality shows what we have got to know is that it's more of drama, it's more of acting. In as much as they will tell you that no, it's real, real that is staged. So the beginning of the episode 11 started off very cool and laid back. I didn't even think there was even going to be any drama at the end. In as much as the preview of last week showed Mairiam ranting, but then it is what it is. We didn't know it was that deep. So coming back to today's not today, this is episode 11 actually. Yeah. So it started with the ladies going out to just go and have a little more fun in Ghana. Like they had a swell time in Ghana, honestly. Sophia took them to somewhere has to do with beauty, skincare, and I just noticed all of the ladies are actually into beauty. Well, it makes sense. Real housewives who are all, so they are all into beauty, and that's very interesting. Okay, so it made sense when she took them to this shea butter maker, and it was a whole lot. Yeah, shea butter is a very amazing African skincare product that has been for donkeys, and they had fun there. At the end of the day, they had a shea butter dance. It was just what it was, just fun as well. So when they got back to Nigeria, the very first meeting was between Mairiam and Dabota. Okay, which makes sense. Okay. And so Miriam invited Dabota to a Chinese restaurant. You know what I noticed? Which I'm not surprised actually. Dabota is gradually calming down. I don't know. I believe she has watched the season 1 and season 2 of Real Housewives of Lagos. But I don't know how she seated, how she viewed these women, or how she rated these women. So I think now coming really close, she now realized that these women got steez, right? So she that have fake high horse, because I'll call it fake, honestly, because Dabota is trying too hard to belong. Dabota should just calm down. Do you know, knowing Dabota Lawson, for what I used to know, okay, aside from that, I started watching her on Real Housewife. I know Dabota Lawson for her makeup. There's one of my friends that introduced me to Dabota Lawson's powder, and that my friend is so crazy about Dabota Lawson, so it was what made me kind of also had interest. So when Dabota came on the show of Real Housewife, I was so excited. I don't know, I just had a whole lot for her. Like I don't know, I can't pinpoint my expectations for her, but a successful businesswoman like that, I just thought she was going to carry herself as such. But I don't know. So far, am I disappointed with Dabota? Yes, I am. And look at something. These guys, these production people, they are salvage. What do I mean by they are salvage? At the beginning, did you guys see the previously that they showed? Come on, that wasn't a previously. But they just wanted us to they just wanted to refresh our memories where Carolyn actually told Dabota she was joining Sophia's boss at the boat, yeah, and then Diadem now said, that is she the one having the party, the yacht party or whatever party? So why is she the one bringing people? So it means that they knew and they were just creating drama, which I said at the end of the day, really. Housewives franchise is messy, so probably that's why they're bringing in the messy. But at the end of the day, we just see through everything, and if we see through everything, it will gradually lose its taste, honestly speaking. So nothing much. Like I told you at the beginning, the episode started very laid back, and then Sophia was also into humanitarian work, which I really love. She reached out to the widows, gave them food boxes. That is awesome, because at this present time that we are now in Nigeria, you see that thing that Sophia did. She really saved a whole family for almost 2 weeks. Like she really just supplied food for a whole family for a week or two. Yeah, a week or two, I mean. So that's her humanitarian job really really touched me. If there's a donation box, I don't mind. I will donate. Sophia, in case you see this video, if there's a donation or whatever towards that cause, I will personally donate. Okay, so what was I saying? To be continued. Dabota went to spa. What again? All those aesthetic spa. I'm sure she got all those shots. And she trusts this person so much. And there was something I wanted to say. For the longest of time on this beauty space, people with big certificates are the ones that come in and scatter the whole thing. She said the owner of the spa is Anita. She called, I don't carry. Okay, she said Anita introduced her to the person, the owner of the spa is all this med spa where they inject all those injectables. See, in case you guys don't know, being a NHS nurse in the America, in the Yankee, is different from being a beautician, being an aesthetic or those are two different things. NHS nurse definitely dealt with medical line, dealt with patients that had real situations, not you coming to just flex yourself. The fact that she knows how to give injection doesn't speak much. We have heard stories that touch people go and lie down on the best bed to go and do BBL and all of that. We hear a lot of stories. So there are sometimes that all of those big names or all those big certificates does not equate to that. Okay, let me just give you an example. It's just like a carpenter now. Just because they have a huge certificate of carpentry, they study carpentry home and abroad, we not come and sit down and brag to you that they know how to do a plumber's work. That is what is happening. Being for me, all those things were not necessary, but at the end of the day, I just feel it was done out of maybe ignorance. Everyone there, being a nurse and having a medical spa where you're injecting injectables are two different things. To be honest, they are two different things. You need to know your ways, but that's by the way. It's obvious that Dabota seems to be comfortable with the person giving her these injectables. Good for her. Coming back to Diadem, she also hosted a beauty party, which I really loved her own. And I don't know why. I'm based in Port Harcourt. I'm probably a beautician, right? But I don't get invited to events like this. Is it because I'm too blunt? Because I tell you as it is. So maybe that's why these people don't invite me. Or probably I don't have that huge following on Instagram, because those beauty outlets, they focus more on Instagram growth and all of that. But that's by the way, I don't mind. Dabota's beauty event was awesome, but she didn't invite the girls. She just invited, I think, other beauty enthusiasts like her and all of that. And by the way, Diadem has very awesome skin, so it's easy for her to sell skincare products. Yeah, she said she has 3 products: a toner, a moisturizer, and what is it? Okay, and a sunscreen. Yeah, so having such an awesome skin, it's going to be very easy for her to sell beauty products. Even Mairiam, I noticed also Mairiam launching her own whipped butter. She said she did the formulas by herself for months. I don't want to say something that will offend somebody, but I just hope people understand see through, because this had happened abroad for the longest of time, and now it has faded off, and it's like it wants to come up here in Nigeria, where celebrity just slapping their stickers or their faces on top of beauty products and people buying, and it's not necessarily what they want. Because just like I said, Diadem has an awesome skin. Mairiam equally has a beautiful skin. Okay, so so you can't tell me that that product that they just made is what they've been using since. It's just like, let me digress a little bit. When Jennifer Lopez brought out her own beauty brand, claiming that her secret was olive oil, you and I know that that is a big fat lie. So if we're bringing this down to Nigeria, you guys shine your eye. So okay, let's just fast forward. Let's fast forward. Okay, Carolyn and um Laura finally. See, I don't know, I'm just loving this sister man's, as what should we call it, between Laura and Carolyn, because to be honest, it's just the same mistake that Diadem is making right now was what Carolyn and Laura made in season 1. Carolyn and Laura did not have a direct issue. The issue was indirect. How indirect? It was Linda AKG blog and Caroline having issues, and it rubbed off on Laura. And of course, Laura trying to be a family, a sister, not trying, of course, she's a sister trying to have a sister's back, fell out with Laura and fell out with, sorry, Caroline. Laura fell out with Carolyn based on the beef that Carolyn has with Linda Ikeji. But one on one, them knowing each other, they didn't. It's now this season 3 that Caroline came back and he apologized to Laura and they buried the hatchet. And you can see that these ladies are good together. Honestly, no cap. So, obviously, even during the Laura's lunch, she didn't invite Caroline, of course. But finally, Caroline found her way. And Caroline was like, that way she was passing those days. She would see the billboard. She'd be like, but then now that they're in good times, when she sees the billboard, and I know that feeling. He's like, Caroline, honestly, she's one kind of person. She's not as difficult as people think she is. She might be so, what word will I use? But that's by the way, let's just keep it by the side and just keep moving, okay? So she finally went to visit Laura's shop, and of course Laura's place is awesome too. And Laura, by the way, said she is the official beauty sponsor or something of Miss Nigeria also, and that's a good thing. Yeah, that's good publicity and good money for these ladies. If not for anything, for the money, I would want to go on shows like this. Yes, but it takes a whole lot because you have to be a drama queen. I'm glad that this team of this season, they are even calling themselves queens, but I wish they had drama queens in front of it. So Laura and Carolyn got talking, and Carolyn said, to be honest, she doesn't have issues with Diadem. And that is the truth for fact, which I'll still talk about Diadem in a bit. Okay. So what I noticed again with Carolyn, she doesn't have that pride. She's comfortable being the bigger person, reaching out to you, whatever. And so she was like, okay, she was going to reach out to Diadem, that she honestly likes Diadem. And there's a situation as well between Dabota and Carolyn, which is not like we don't know there's always been a situation, but honestly, that situation is dicey. You know what I'm suspecting? My own unpopular opinion or my own 5 cents, like what I assume, like my own assumption is not like that is real life. I suspect that there were a lot of things Caroline did not know. I know, by the way, they said that they do not know who is usually coming on the show. So when they just come, they meet each other and they begin to air, and then people begin to see them together. So in that moment of airing these Real Housewives, these women don't have any information per se about certain things that have happened, maybe, right? Without their knowledge in the past. So I am suspecting that when Caroline they started filming this Real Housewives season 3, I think so many things got involved. What do I mean by so many things? I think Caroline started hearing things because Dabota said that Caroline came to her house, even hugged Ehi. Yes, and even when Dabota went to see Ehi to tell her about her issues with, was it Sophia or who then? Ehi was not even insulting any of the girls. Yeah, she didn't say anything negative about any of the girls. So I suspect that it was when the airing began, of course, one or two snippets here and there started coming out. I think that was when Caroline might have heard things about Ehi-ish, and hence the reason why Dabota said all of them were fine, not until 2 months later, and then hell just broke loose. And then, so that is what I'm suspecting, because in as much as I always complain about this, their editing, it just jump in and out like that. I just feel that, I just suspect rather that that was what happened behind the scene. Caroline later heard things about Ehi and even Dabota, and that was where things changed. Yes, I'm suspecting, I might be wrong as well. So, moving on, Laura encouraged Caroline to call Diadem, which Caroline did actually, honestly, and Diadem now refused to answer the call. See, Diadem is acting, I don't know. Gosh, Diadem, you're too. And Diadem has an awesome personality that she doesn't even know she has. I wish she gets to. Like, I don't even know why she is hiding behind the shadow of Dabota. What is the meaning of this, for God's sake, Diadem? Diadem is even beginning to annoy me. Like, she's this sweet girl that I cannot even hate. Even Laura, if you notice, Laura is in love with Diadem. Diadem is someone that you can easily just fall in love with. But her mindset, or her, it's just, it just needs help. If you know what I'm trying to say to you, it just needs some assistance, you know? She refused to answer the call. And next thing she said, for me, own it with your chest. You don't want to answer the call. Yeah, leave them now. Why are you now texting? She now started texting, and it was much later. Caroline was not telling us that she was telling her that why did she tell her about the Sophia thing? You just came back from Ghana thanks to Sophia, this same Sophia that you're still dragging her issue. You just got back from Ghana, enjoy her cruise, enter PJ, enter this, drink champagne and all of that. But you're still neck bent on issue of why did you tell me you're following Sophia? Like what? Damn. And that is the part where, to be honest with you, when there was that explosion, but let me don't be too fast. Diadem had an event, a pajamas party. It was awesome. All of the ladies came with the exception of Caroline. And it was weird that she actually prepared Caroline's pack. I don't know, Diadem, if you want to do something, do it with your full chest. If you want to beef Caroline, beef her with your full chest. See, Diadem is literally just leaning on Dabota's beef. And guess what? If it was the other way around, Dabota wouldn't do that for Diadem. Because as you can see, Dabota doesn't even carry Diadem the same way Diadem carries her. She might just be catching cruise there with that but she no carry that put for her the way that carry that put for her. Do you know why I said so? She came for that event. I believe that if Dabota had that genuine connection or that kind of connection that Dadem has with her, she would stay to the end of that party. But guess what she said? That she wants to go on a date. Dabota cannot tell me that just because they're talking about Caroline, that is when she now decided to leave. See, guys, that she open her. But I believe as this thing is airing and we're talking here and there, I think that we catch some sense. If she eventually comes back season 4, I believe she will do better. Because Dadem, you're fighting, and the thing again is that Dadem is easily triggered, and when she's triggered, she fights for no reason. Now, they all came for your pajamas party. Everybody was asking where is Caroline, and of course, it's normal for everybody to ask you where is Caroline because looking at the other side, they are seeing Caroline's souvenir. You have somebody's souvenir prepared. You didn't invite the person, and you're telling the other ladies that I thought you were going to invite her. And this lady called you, which was okay. This was an opportunity for you to say, okay, I have an event. Oh, yeah, come around. You could tell that Carolyn reached out to Dadem in peace, like stretching the hand of peace. So if Dadem, Dadem, for me, I just feel again deep down, she might be caught turning between they say the devil and the deep blue sea, where the love she has for Dabota, she feels that when she connects or she's in good terms with Carolyn, it will affect her relationship with Dabota. I don't know, make it make sense because she started building some funny animosity rather with Sophia, but the moment Dabota and Sophia became fine, all of a sudden Diadem also became fine with Sophia. So for how long will you continue to inherit Dabota's enemies? And if you look at Dabota does not look like somebody that will stop making enemies anytime soon. So for how long will you lose yourself inside somebody else's situation? Calm down, get to know these people. Fine, Dabota and Caroline are having their issues. That's by the way. You and Caroline will never get issue. I don't get issue. No. Calm down and just let it happen naturally. If you want to have issues with Caroline, no problem. So when Mairiam came, because the whole thing is not looking like that. What is that? Like, hello, baby girl, what's up with you? I know there's something again about group, group relationship, whatever, friendship. When you come later on, they will look at you as a junior, which is normal, even in office or work. When you come later on, you're looked upon as a rookie now. So people will expect you to first start paying your dues to those that have already been there. So the fact that these ladies, especially the older ones in the show, have been trying to respect Dadem, and that's because they all like Dadem. You can see it in their faces that they really like that girl genuinely. They are trying their best to just accommodate some of the excesses that she and Dabota brought this season. But it's becoming too much. It's not looking as if them that just walked in, they are like the bosses. Like it's not, and all of these other ladies are equally very successful. They are very, very well off as well. So at this point, Mairiam had to like, no. Because at the beginning, I was even angry with Mairiam because it was not looking as if Mairiam was seeing some things that she could not stand up later on for, but the girl just said it as it is. And I don't know my observation because the way everybody watches things are different. I think the moment Dabota even left that party, Dadem felt a bit demoralized. So when Miriam came in and decided to call Caroline on the phone, in as much as while they were bringing in that Caroline issued, I think Diadem kept dying it, and all I know is just for her not to hurt her friend. Dabota. So she kept dying it that she doesn't want it to spoil her mood. So when Dabota, of course, left, which I don't know if Dabota's leaving affected her emotionally, I can't tell. Mairiam now walked in. As soon as Mairiam walked in, she said, "Where is Karu? Let me call Karu." And but why is Dadian behaving like that? She already knows that the way she's good with that butter, that's the same way Mairiam is also good with Carolyn. So it's weird. What is this? What is happening? It's looking fake. It's looking like orchestrated, you know. So she said, "Let her call Caroline," and Dadian kept saying, "No, no, no, don't call." And that, of course, trust Caroline. I know Caro's mouth is like scissors. As soon as Miriam called, Miriam now put it on speaker. I think even Laura was saying, "No, don't put it on speaker." So now, Miriam no send you. Miriam put them, and you know what? Honestly, this Miriam is being an instigator as well, if I'm not mistaken. So she now put it on speaker. Trust Caro now. Caro now started talking. Caro was even the one that now narrated what they didn't know. She said she called her. She refused to answer later, and she now started chatting her because she told the girls that they chatted, but she didn't tell the girls the details of the chat. So it was even Caroline that was not even sort of letting them in on the details of the chat and all of that. And it was weird, like what is happening? Even the Sophia too was looking like, what is going on here? And so, there's something I just noticed is that when you lie, when you tell one lie, you need to tell another one to cover it. You need to tell, I'm very you begin to tell too much lies. And when it's about to explode on your face, a lot of people like that, after telling so many lies that is about to explode on their face, they become very defensive. So I don't know why Dadian became unnecessarily defensive, fighting. Like this fight was so aggressive that I personally was not comfortable watching it. See, in as much as the Real Housewives franchise is known for those petty cat fights, I don't know. Let's just grow out of it. Please, because I just felt women of this caliber and all of that, having this kind of petty fight, it doesn't make sense to me, to be honest with you. But it is what it is. The whole thing went south. For her to even give them their souvenirs was a problem. She was just pepper body, like we call that pepper. Like she was just angry. She was just triggered. Like till I had to even rewind that place again because I had to understand why Dadian was so over the top. Just like I said, probably the editing. I don't know, but she was so over the top. And Miriam gave it to her. And the irony of the whole thing was that there was an activity in that pajamas party where they had to draw each other. And if you see what that them drew, I trust that Dabota said that she looks like the drawing looks like Teletubby. But meanwhile, there was something again. Diadem kept hammering that Carolyn and Miriam are bullies, which Laura was now saying that it could happen. That even when she was saying someone was bullying her, some people were bullying her, people did not believe her till much later. So she was on the side of Dadem in that aspect of bullying. She felt that if Dadem felt that those ladies were bullying her, then maybe they are bullying her. But she kept pushing that they are bullying her. And well, I don't know, just like I said, I keep complaining when you have watched my reviews, like the editing is like this, the continuity is a little bit not continuing, so probably there are some things that are happening in between that we have not seen. We're just shown what we are seeing, so we're talking based on what we're seeing. If it's based on what we're seeing, I'm trying to find the situation where Mairiam and Caroline were bullying her. At some point, Mairiam said some things about Dabota and Diadem, and she was even denying it. So she was even acting like a coward-ish. So I'm surprised when Diadem said there's bullying involved because make it make sense. So there's a preview of next week, and the next week preview is they met again, and at this point, Mairiam is with her full chase is trying to instigate things. Asking Caroline, I'll be asking Dabota why she's not greeting Caroline. Like, next week will be another episode. All right, thank you so much if you watched this point. I really appreciate. God bless you. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share if you care. If my review is something you're cool with, drop your comment in the comment section. The comment section is open. Thank you so much, and bye.